Welcome back to Rambler Sports Locker's March Madness coverage. I'm RSL reporter Abbey Sileo, joined with RSL analyst Amelia Ickes to discuss today's first round matchup between the number 11 seed Drake Bulldogs and the number 6 seed USC Trojans. Amelia, this game was close by the end of the first half, but the Trojans were able to secure this win. How are they able to pull it off?
Yeah, so I would just say the USC Trojans were able to pull this game off just because they were a little bit more consistent than Drake ended up being. However, Drake was actually able to pull in pretty close to them in the first half. The halftime score was 40-37. So I think what allowed Drake to be this close was just the fact that USC was not making any of their free throws. USC shot just 53.3% for their free throws, while Drake was shooting 81.8%. So that's what allowed Drake to get a little closer to them for the first half. But eventually, USC just became a lot more consistent in shooting. They shot 50% for field goals, while Drake ended up shooting just 29.4%. So their consistency is what allowed them to pull ahead for sure.
And Drake was still suffering from the injuries to Roman Penn and Shanquan Hemphill, two of their best players. But Hemphill ended up playing in the first half of this game, but he sat out for the second. And on the other side, USC had their full healthy roster. Who were some of the key players that helped the Trojans advance?
Yeah, so first I'll just talk a little bit about Drake. They saw definitely some star power from sophomore Joseph Yesufu. He brought in 26 points and sunk 4 3-pointers in the first half to pull Drake closer to USC. He ended up stepping in as the leading man for Drake for the rest of the season after redshirt junior Roman Penn, as you mentioned, has been sitting out due to a broken foot that he suffered in February. And that's another point about how USC was actually able to pull ahead of Drake in this game. Joseph Yesufu was the only player to score in double digits for the team, and they were really relying on him to bring that offensive power. Meanwhile, the USC roster saw 3 people who scored in double digits, including brothers Isaiah and Evan Mobley. Evan, who is a freshman, brought in 17 points, while Isaiah, a sophomore, brought in 15. So they were really bringing some power, and I just do think that the fact that USC was able to have more people put points on the board is what ended up leading to their victory today.
All right, and the number 6 seed Trojans will be facing the number 3 seed Kansas Jayhawks in the second round on Monday. Thanks, Amelia. To stay up to date on all things March Madness, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Loyola RSL for all of our live coverage. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Abbey Sileo.